Glowing star inseparable bond. Since the first days of 50 Shades of Grey release, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson have become a movie couple that has created a buzz in the world. But behind the halo of light, people are beginning to realize Dakota Johnson is not only a co-star, but also a source of inspiration that helps Jamie thrive in Hollywood. Many people in the industry say that without Dakota, there would be no Jamie Dornan like today, an icon of charm, confidence and maturity in acting. Revolving Hearts Dakota, the person who understands Jamie better than anyone. While many of your forums only stop at the screen, Dakota is the forum. She is the one who captures all of Jamie's emotional nuances, from cold looks to rare moments of weakness. It was this understanding that helped them create a classic Chemical Response book, making both of them legends of 21st century romantic cinema. The directors once revealed, Dakota is the creator of Jamie Dornan, revealing the deepest emotional layers that he has never shown before. Fire after 10 years, the influence has not faded. Although each has gone their own way, Jamie and Dakota's names are always mentioned. When Jamie takes on a new role, fans ask, does Dakota have any advice on this decision? Rumor has it that Dakota still confidently supports and advises Jamie on major projects, from co-productions to brand image. A close friend of theirs once said, Dakota is a mirror. She helps Jamie see the best version of herself. It can be said that Dakota Johnson is not only the female lead on the screen but also the silent guide in Jamie Dornan's Hollywood career. It is not by chance that people call her the secret to success, because for Jamie, his career only really flourished when there was the gentleness of the song Dakota. Heartbreak 1, when Jamie Dornan almost gave up Hollywood. Few people know that, before 50 Shades of Grey exploded, Jamie Dornan fell into a severe crisis. After many lackluster roles, he once told his friends, "Maybe Hollywood is not for me." It was Dakota Johnson who encouraged and convinced him to try one last time as Christian Grey. She called him many times, even sent him a text message saying, "Jamie, I believe you will make the world look back." And then, that moment completely changed Jamie Dornan's fate. Revolving Hearts 2, absolute trust on set. Intense scenes, many actors can lose confidence. But Jamie always said that Dakota's eyes were the anchor that helped him maintain his emotions. She was not only a co-star but also a spiritual companion, helping him express the most complex emotions. Director Sam Taylor Johnson once shared, Dakota makes Jamie more real, as if they are not acting but living together. Glowing Star 3, when Jamie loses faith, Dakota stays. In 2020, after a series of commercial failures, many people said Jamie Dornan was out of date. But Dakota Johnson appeared with him at an event in Los Angeles, smiling and telling the press, Jamie still has a lot for the world to admire. With just that sentence, social networks exploded. ## Stan with Jamie spread everywhere. Fans believe that Dakota gave him the strength to stand up after a series of dark days. Fire 4, soft power behind success. People in the industry call Dakota a woman of quiet influence. She doesn't need to be loud, doesn't need to assert, but every time Jamie faces storms, she is always there. Fans once caught them chatting for hours in a cafe, not for work, but for Jamie to regain her true feelings after a heavy role. She helps me see the world through softer eyes, Jamie once said. Speech Balloon 5, the secret that hasn't been told yet. Although the two have never spoken publicly about this special connection, fans believe that Dakota is Jamie Dornan's kindred spirit. Friendship, trust and genuine feelings. That's the secret to success that no PR strategy can create. Gem conclusion. There may be thousands of famous couples in Hollywood, but Jamie Dornan-Dakota Johnson is a story that people keep talking about forever, because they not only make movies, but also create trust. If there's one person who keeps me from giving up, it's Dakota. Jamie Dornan, Anonymous Interview, 2022. Rose when the eyes speak 1,000 words. On the red carpet, behind the scenes, or even in the most intense scenes, the eyes between Jamie and Dakota always make people believe that there is something more between them than co-stars. Many times, the lens captured the moment when Jamie looked at Dakota with a gentle smile, and she gently touched his hand as a natural reflex. Fans call it the unscripted look, an emotion so real that it made Hollywood silent. Fire, the ambiguous words that caused the public to stir. In an interview in 2023, when asked about Dakota, Jamie just smiled and said, "I have never met anyone who makes me feel so safe and so nervous." As for Dakota, when mentioned about Jamie, she gently replied, "He is the one who understands me better than I do." Neither confirmed anything, but it was that emotional silence that made fans believe, behind the lights, there was an untold story. Heartbreak Hollywood was divided because of them. When Jamie got married and Dakota dated Chris Martin, people thought everything was over. But every time they appeared together, social media exploded. From the intimate behind-the-scenes photos, to the times they accidentally appeared in the same location, the online community constantly asked the question, is this fate, or just an echo that hasn't faded yet? Crescent Moon, nameless feelings, but true to the core. No need for a title, no need for an explanation. Jamie and Dakota exist in each other's lives as two quiet, but indispensable pieces. One is the fire, the other is the breath. When they appear together, the audience feels like the world slows down, only the two of them remain in the frame. Speech balloon, conclusion, friendship, or love? Perhaps they can't even define it. The only thing that is certain is, Dakota Johnson is not just the secret to Jamie Dornan's success, she is an important part of his soul. And in turn, Jamie Dornan is a special chapter in Dakota's journey to adulthood. We have a connection that no one else can touch. And maybe, doesn't even need a name. Dakota Johnson, from an old interview. Clapperboard, a fateful meeting after many years apart. After nearly 8 years since the end of 50 Shades Freed, fans thought Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson would no longer stand on the same stage. But at the 2025 Hollywood Icon Awards, the unthinkable happened, they reunited on the red carpet. The whole audience seemed to explode when Jamie appeared behind Dakota, gently placed his hand on her shoulder and smiled. "We made history, didn't we?" That moment spread across social media in just a few minutes, causing the hashtag Jamie and Dakota reunite to climb straight to the top 1 worldwide. Revolving hearts, emotions flooded back, as if time had never passed. When they went on stage together to present the award for Best On-Screen Chemistry, people saw Jamie not taking his eyes off Dakota for even a second. Dakota said in her speech, "There are connections that can't be named, they can only be felt, and I'm forever grateful for that." Jamie smiled softly, her eyes shining with emotion. Fans around the world burst into tears, calling this the most beautiful reunion moment of Hollywood 2025. Fire behind the scenes, eyes, touches and whispers. A leaked video from behind the scenes shows Jamie and Dakota chatting for 20 minutes in the backstage area. No interviews, no noise, just the two of them sitting next to each other, laughing, then silence. A source close to the scene revealed, Jamie told Dakota that he never felt complete without her in the frame. That statement made fans believe that the feelings between them never disappeared, just quiet, waiting for the day to come back to life. Rose Hollywood explodes, social media storms the world. Major newspapers such as Variety, People and Vanity Fair simultaneously reported, Jamie Dornan, Dakota Johnson, the reunion that melted Hollywood. Millions of comments flooded social networks. They are destiny, not coincidence. This is the moment fans have been waiting for nearly a decade. The emotions are so real that they can't be acted out anymore. Glowing star the end. A new chapter is about to open? Many sources in the industry confirm that Universal is negotiating to invite Jamie and Dakota to reunite in a new film project. This time not 50 Shades, but a love story that is more mature, deeper, and more real than ever. If that comes true, then the secret to success of Jamie Dornan, Dakota Johnson, and the world will once again explode.